Well, hey, I know it's maybe start with the big picture question. It's just been a few weeks since your team last was in action on the field. And in that time, you've had two new additions to the team begin to train, as well as probably some guys like Jesus and Allen get healthy. Just what's the state of the squad right now, and how have the last few weeks? What are some of the things that you've tried to do to get this team ready for the rest of the season?
So yeah, so as you said, I think that so to have all those players back in that crucial moments, so is very important for us. And talking about the new additional players, so very good. We have been working hard to get those two players. The club did like amazing job. So now we all know Juan, okay, from the past. He has been one of the best right back, wing back in the league for the past maybe decade, I will say. And at the same time, we know that in that position we have Ima. Paul sometimes can play in that position, so now he's going to play in his natural position. We're going to say, or maybe not. Let's see. We're going to see. We're going to see that on Saturday. But at the same time, to create a little bit more competition, and that practice environment is good because everybody is pushing more. Everybody wants to play. They can see that we have new players knocking the door. So all that new environment for us is beautiful. Is very good. And as you say before, with the players like Jesus, with Allen, Velasco coming back, so we have almost like a full quad. Of course, that we have like Giovanni out, we have Liam out, but to be honest, the team and the roster like is looking pretty good. We need to be very careful, be with the players who are coming back from injury. I know that we had a crucial moment as I say before, but at the same time, we need to be, we can be so innocent. So we need to not panicking because of the situation and the ranking, but just with those players, we need to be very careful because um, even if they are not playing the game, that coming game, but we know that I don't want to lose them playing that game and to lose them for another 8 games. So that's why we need to be smart with that. We're working all together with the medical staff, and we'll try to make the best decision about those players coming back.
Thanks for that, Coach. I do want to ask you about Alan Velasco. I know there are a lot of rumors, as there should be, about a player of his caliber on social media about returning to Argentina. One of the reports said that it was FC Dallas's head coach. It was you who put the end to some of that speculation. I'm curious if you could comment on that, and really what does it mean to have Alan back on the field in practice down the stretch.
So Nathan, I'm going to tell you something. It's not like I think that the statement, even from the club, from Dan, from Clark, from Andre, is like we want the best team because this is who we are and this is what we want to do, and we want the best team. And then uh, all the talk with Boca, with the River Plate, and all the players, as you say before, are very good. That's of course we always gonna receive offer for players like him. He's a he's a real talented player, so it's good for us at the same time because the world can see what we are doing a little bit with our players, what the club is doing with those players. But it's not just. I'm not telling Nathan. It's not me putting my foot in that. It's. I think it was more like a club decision. We're all in the same boat. We're all on the same page. We are going the same direction. We are in a crucial moment right now, and we want the best player. We want the best player, and then in the end of the season and all these things, so we have like more talk. But right now, we want the best. We want the best players.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you,
Thank you
Nathan.
very much, Nathan. And let's go over to Drew, please.
Hey, Coach, good seeing you yesterday.
Yeah, how you doing, Drew? Good to see you back.
Good. Yeah. You touched a little bit on how, you're expecting a little bit out of Allen, a little bit out of Jesus, kind of some patience. Uh, are you kind of preaching that for the fans to like, hey, be patient with these guys? They're still not 100% game fit, or is it more like you're just trying to, ease them back in? Like what's the mentality there?
So, with the fan, in the end, we know. We know. We all know all the respect that we have with the family. They are part of the club. So it's a just be patient with the fan. I'm not going to tell them that because they want to see wins. They want to see wins, wins, and wins. So for me, we are ready. Like for the fans to fire back and saying that they need to play, they don't need to play. But we understand that it's part of the game. I don't have any problem with that. But it's just us here, even with the technical staff and the medical staff, that we need all that pressure that can be on us about putting them back, and we want to see them right away. So just no panic. We still calm, and we're going to make the best decision for not just for the team at that moment, because maybe the best decision is to put them in. It's just for them, their health. That's the key. That's the key. This is why we're going to do that. It's going to be a progression. We have to trust the process. We have to trust the process of that player, because in the end, Alan Velasco is a 9 month out, 9 months and 1 week maybe. So we need to be careful with him. With Jesus, the same thing. Is a muscle injury. That all muscle injury he had like that injury in the past. So we don't want to see Jesus a setback, and that's so it's just like managing our emotion too, and we want to see him back, even me. That everybody wants him back, but we need to be careful.
Yeah, yesterday you guys talked a lot about 9-game playoff, from here on out. What are you guys really hoping to get out of these next 9 games, other than just points and wins? But what's it really also going to take to get a win away from home, especially starting this weekend in a place that I think you haven't played in since 2018? So it's a little kind of unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, so just for us, it was good to have like those moments all together, because it gave time to the players who are out to come back. We have like 2 weeks working well, and progressionally with all those players, with like Jesus, Alan, Patrickson, Asi. So our talk right now, the fact that this year we didn't do so well on the road, doesn't mean that we need to panic right now. What I've been saying in the past, even in that week, is just we need to be us. We need to be us. We need to be that protagonist team that we can be at home. It's the same thing on the road. We can be so different from the team home and the team on the road. We need to have the same identity. And of course, if the game is going on our way, the adjustment that we can do, that is a bit different. But we just need to be us. We just need to be us, and not like just thinking about like, hey, we didn't win away. And no. We don't panic. We have a plan. I want them to enjoy. I want them to enjoy suffering. I want them to enjoy scoring goals. I want them to enjoy like defending a goal, because defending a goal is like scoring goals. It's just like being us. We don't need to be so worried about the others, about DC, about the other team that we're gonna be facing. But it's just about us. We need to control ourselves. That's it. It was the main focus in those weeks. It was just being us. Do not be worried so much about them. If we can be us, so trust me that we're gonna have like a lot of chances to win the game.
And with DC this weekend, again, like I said, haven't really gone there since 2018. I only really see them kind of once a year, but you did play them in preseason. Is there anything to lean on from that game and that experience in this one?
Yeah, it's a totally different, because maybe they change the formation, they change the shape. In the past 2 or 3 games, I don't know if they're gonna keep playing with that shape. And to be honest, the shape in the last 3 games that they have been playing with, it was very good. It was very good for them. They have a result. So that's why it's a totally different than the preseason game. The intensity is not the same. Everybody is coming and playing with the heavy legs. So with no fans, so it's going to be totally different. We know that. So that's why we didn't talk about that game. it's a just now like they did like a pretty good in the League Cup, and that shape that I've been talking about. So just talking about what they did in the past 3, 4, 5 games, and but more worry about us, to be honest. Of course, we analyze a little bit the opponent, but it was more about us.
Yeah, you mentioned heavy legs in preseason. Are you worried about heavy legs from a 3-week layoff coming back this weekend?
So is a two thing here I can see. So or is I would say overwork. So the fact that you are playing in the League Cup and you play every 3 days and you play. So here we can have heavy legs. Or yes, there's the option that not playing enough and not being ready for that. But I think that with all the games that we have been playing in the past, remember like in July and August, it was crazy, like playing every 3 days. So I think that for us, I'm not telling you that I'm happy about the League Cup, what we did, but at the same time, some of the players who needed to rest, they rest. And all the players that didn't play in the last 3 months, they came back. So I think that for us, it was good to have that little break.
Yeah, last one for me is just how's the locker room mentality been the last couple of weeks, especially as we're building towards the restart here this weekend?
Very good, Drew. Very good, because we have to understand that League Cup is a one competition, MLS another competition, and the last 3 games. So the boys, the players, they won like 2 games and they tied the last one against New England. So I say it's a fact that we lost the 2 games in the League Cup, but in the MLS, to be honest, so they are doing very good. It was like a 9 point. It was 7 point of 9. So in the MLS, doing good. So we cannot throw that in the garbage. League Cup is one thing. We were mad about that situation, but now it's past, it's done, and we need to be focused of MLS, because the only thing that is important for us is to make the playoff, and the fans, they deserve that, and we want to do that for the fan and for the club.
Sebastian, first game back after a long break. How important is it for this first one to set the tone?
Yeah, these are the last 9 finals for us. You know, we know how important they are. We know how much we want to get off to the right start, and you know, even getting the first away win. You know, this would be huge for that for this group in particular. And you know, we're focused. We've taken in the last couple of weeks. We worked really hard on certain things that we know we need to get better at. And yeah, now it's just about playing.
Y español. Sebastian, ¿qué importante es el primer partido?
Muy importante, el primer partido muy importante. Ahora tenemos 9 finales. Van a ser difíciles. Tenemos creo que 5 en casa, 4 de visitante. Y bueno, tenemos que tomar la ventaja de estas oportunidades. No ganamos de visitante todavía. Entonces, bueno, sabemos lo que tenemos que hacer.
Marco, first game back after a long break. How important is this first one?
It's very important. Obviously, it's going to be a stretch of 9 games, and very important games to, you know, make a push into the playoffs and try to get something out of the season. Obviously, all we can do right now is let go of the past. Whatever happened. Now the focus is on this first game against DC, and start off on a good note.
You guys had almost 3 weeks off. What did you work on primarily over that time?
Yeah, obviously we were working on, you know, solidifying the details that, you know, we were maybe missing. Whether it was defensively, the low block, and whatnot. And, you know, it's more so just collectively everything together of how we could, you know, close out games, how we could maintain a win and whatnot. So, I mean, I feel like there's the connection there. We've been working hard these last couple weeks. We've been working with different formations and stuff. So I think the guys are ready, and, you know, we're looking forward to Saturday.
Bueno, Spanish. ¿Qué importante es el primer partido?
El partido de sábado es muy importante. Obviamente, la temporada no empezó muy bien, pero mira, lo que podemos hacer ahorita es darle vuelta a la página y olvidarnos de eso. Es el primer partido de 9 partidos que se vienen, y son partidos muy importantes para poder calificar a los playoffs.